Hey guys, Alexander here. So I haven't done a commentary in a very, very long time. I know most of my videos are typically nowadays just really good quality content that is edited, and usually it's raid footage or usually it's just memes and shit. Um, I have not done a commentary in like, jeez, I've done podcasts. I know I did podcasts. I know I did the loyalty as a weapon thing. I did other memes and more raid footage before that. I'm quite sure. I have no idea. I think the last time I did commentary was like 4 months ago, 5 months ago, 6 months ago. But the reason why I haven't is because I just don't have the time. And now that I'm on break, all of my classes are pretty much done for another week or two. And I say a week or two because I think college classes typically take a much longer break. But I haven't spoken to my audience in like a while. I've kind of been in the dark. I've kind of been in this like little dark space, answering DMs and voice chats back and forth. And the sheer amount of hatred that I've been seeing from everyone, at least my enemies, is seething. Everyone is just seething with this hatred, with this opposition to me. And I'm just sitting here, eating my popcorn, relaxing as Paris racks up 40 people each and every day. And I just gotta say, mad 'cause bad. I gotta say to the Russians, they're probably watching this, I have to say to the Russians have been the greatest sports that I have fought in a very long time, if not ever. USM was a really good sport too. I'm not gonna diss them. The USM is really good at doing raids with us. They don't tend to get toxic, and even though we kind of win most of these raids and we fight them and win, and they've been really good sports to us as well. So I really wanted to shout to the Russians real quick because they've been extremely helpful in getting rid of toxic assholes and keeping the community clean for me. But I mean, what is there to say, to be honest? There isn't really much to really go off about. Because before, whenever I did these commentaries, there usually was a reason. I think the last time I did one, it was just boredom. I was giving updates on stuff, I was giving commentary. I think my account on Discord is disabled, so I couldn't talk to anyone. And it was just kind of an overview of the past couple of months, and this is kind of the same thing. I know a lot of you guys kind of missed the commentaries, and you kind of miss the old times when I was more open. And I guess I kind of do apologize, but it's just the fact that I just get so busy. And at my least, I can spend time editing videos for a couple of hours, but commentating takes a bit of work. So it's like, what are you going to talk about? What are you going to do? You know, and you have to edit the video afterwards. You have to do all this other stuff. And people say that I'm addicted to this game. The first thing I want to address is my supposed addiction. And it's like, how am I addicted to this game when I think I only log on Paris like twice a week, once a week for a couple of minutes, and I log off. Like, yeah, I'm active on Discord, but I have an iPhone. I can go downstairs, eat dinner, eat breakfast, I can do my homework, I can do anything I need to do, and I'll have my phone right there. And I'm on my PC most of the day. I mean, not to mention my state, I live in Michigan. Most of you already know this. My state is in a lockdown. What am I going to do? I can't go outside and hang out with anyone. I can't really do anything. And those who do know me very well do know I've been out doing stuff. The America First movement in real life, I don't want to get politics involved or personal life involved, but my real life professions and what's going on for those that do know me is going really well. So you've seen videos of me being active. I'm active in the America First movement. I have made contact with Nick Fuentes and Patrick Casey and whatnot. And, I'm kind of in a bureaucratic position, but I've reached kind of on the borderline of activism. And so I do have a life. I do have stuff going on in real life, and it's been unaffected, and it's going to remain that way. These rumors that I have no life do not have any concrete to them. They just say that I have no life and I play Roblox every day because why? Like, where's the evidence? Where's the proof that I don't have a life? I mean, I've been uploading a lot less. How many videos have I uploaded? I uploaded a couple of raid videos like this week and last week. But if you go before last week and the 3 weeks before that, I'm uploading like 2 videos a week on average. If you go even before that, back to the MPRS days and Korean days, I was uploading like 3 videos a month. This whole rumor about how I have no life and how I'm this loser in the basement is completely inaccurate. Reminds me of the rumors about not even rumors, I could say it. It's like, oh, he's ugly, it's this really disgusting person. It's like, what, I mean, you take 5 photos of me that can be taken out of context, and then you mention the 500 other photos nobody has rarely ever mentioned that put me in a positive light, and I rest my case there. You take a few photos and say I'm ugly, and then you ignore the 500 other photos. It makes no sense, really. And so, honestly, the reason why I haven't addressed any of these claims, people will assume like, oh, well, this guy's doing these accusations, there's this accusation or that, and it's like, why do I care? I know it's fake, everyone else knows it's fake, and you'd have to be an idiot to believe some of this stuff. Most of the stuff people use against me is secondary sourcing. And if you don't know what that is, a secondary source in regards to basically anything historical, there's a history, it's basically like a document recording that relates or discusses information. So they're posting videos that address them, they're posting documents, they're posting screenshots. The primary source would be an actual person. Okay, it'd be an actual evidence that is concrete that you can go over, and there's no, actual people involved and whatnot. And you see none of this. There is no primary source. It is literally all secondary sourcing, and it is complete and utter bullshit. That's all it ever has been. It's always been that way. It's always going to remain that way. So there's no reason to address any claims. At the end of the day, we're still doing well. Our group isn't dying. Nothing is going wrong. I'm still active. My life is going well. Everything is going well. So why should I be worried in the first place about some worried accusations that nobody believes? Well, I shouldn't, because it's wasting my time. In that case, I mean, I don't really do address anything then. There isn't even anything really recent. I mean, the most recent accusation is how we're unironic not socialists for these Nazis. It's like, what? I'm doing an Octavian group. I mean, we were accused of being communists during Korea, right? But we weren't. We were nothing close to being communists. We're just doing Korea because it's a Lego game. We're doing DDR. No one called us anything back. I think, yeah, they called us socialists during DDR, but we're just doing a Lego game. And now they're calling us Nazis. They're calling us fascists because we're doing Octavia. And Octavia has an aesthetic based off of national Spain. And oh my god, Franco led national Spain. Alec is a Nazi. It's like, okay, first of all, Franco was kind of based. He was like he's like an American paleo guy, except he had a military dictatorship that was based on right-wing principles, not far right, not all right-wing principles. Okay, he's kind of based, not gonna lie, disavow. But in all seriousness, no, I'm not anything close to far right. I've never identified as far right. I've never said anything remotely close to the far right. I've never done anything remotely close to the far right. I've identified as a populist for the past year and a half. Ever since I've been involved in politics, I've been involved as a populist. I'm economically left-wing in real life, and I'm socially right-wing in real life. Okay, that is a populist. These ideas that I am something more radical than that is just BS. And you know why it's BS? Because their entire sourcing is based on a Lego game. Oh, you did this group. Oh, you did that group. I'm like, yeah. I did a North Korea. Does that make me a Jewish follower? I also did a Roman group. Does that make me a Caesarist? Like, it's kind of stupid. These guys say that I take the game too seriously. But yet, at the end of the day, they're basing my real-life views off of in-game views. Okay, what have I done in the first place that is too serious? Oh yes, the loyalty cult. The loyalty cult. Okay, what cult? Well, where's the cult? Where's the brainwashing? Okay, oh, you brainwash children. Okay, give me proof that I am targeting children specifically on this game designed for, like 10 to 17-year-olds, right? So, and name one Richter that is younger than 13, that is a child. Okay, yeah, I have teens, and I have, like, maybe a few 18-year-olds in my group. Okay, name actual children that have not hit puberty. And I rest my case there. You can't name it. Because there isn't anyone younger than 13 that is a Richter that is in my dynasty. So, half the argument is already incorrect because they're not even children. So, what am I, brainwashing young adults then? I have teens and young adults joining and I'm brainwashing them? No. Where even is the brainwashing? They get to a camp? What is the brainwashing part of it? As far as I know, because first of all, the loyalty doctrine that they accuse me of, or aka the training doctrine, which has a small sector called education, is ran by Oswald. Oswald isn't even a Richturian, he's a freaking Chavelin. So he's running the whole thing. Second of all, I studied the program, and it just asked basic question. Who is our enemy? Holy shit, brainwashing, yes, who are enemies? Nope. That'd be Russia. Maybe the Copenhagens, and maybe Lava. Oh my god, okay, another question. Who is the leader? Oh my god, who's Supreme Marshal? Who's Supreme Marshal? That'd be Alexander Victorian. It's bullshit. Because the only thing that involves a guy telling other people things and asking questions is just basic information. You're defining random shit, you're being given grammar tests, and you're being asked questions about your allegiance. Not even your allegiance. You're just being asked who I am, and who's the Supreme Marshal, who's our enemy, who's our allies. That's not brainwashing, that's just basic questioning. They're not being told if you're loyal you get a promotion. They're not being told if you're loyal you're the best of the best. They're not being told any of these things. And if they are, please show me. Because, I mean, see, people say I'm like the most controversial person on the platform. So I have all these haters, right? I have all these haters. So let's just assume, thousands of haters. Any of these guys can make an ult and join. Any of these guys could go into my game and expose me by going into a training. There is at least 6 trainings a day. They have a 90% chance of discovering this by default because, let's just say, like, maybe of like every 40 people in Paris, at least 5 of these guys are diehard anti-Richters. So back to my original statement, they don't actually have any concrete evidence of any kind. That's the thing. It's all secondary sourcing. It's always been secondary sourcing. And it's not going to change because I have not done anything wrong. And I continue to not do anything wrong. That's the simple fact. And honestly, I'm just bored. I know that a lot of Octavian people in the group watch my channel, and I know a lot of them are a little concerned about claims and what is going on. It's like, guys, don't worry about it. These claims have nothing to really back anything up. It's always been secondary sources with little or no evidence and emotion. And all people want that do not like me is attention. It's all they've ever wanted. They want attention. They also, I mean, I guess they're just mad because they're bad. And I know people say, oh, he has the ego, he has this huge ego, and he likes to take over everything, and he's going to want to be the best of the best. It's like, I mean, I'm not wrong when I'm succeeding and people hate me, and they don't have anything productive to say or do that actually proves anything. They haven't. The guys that don't like me are the people that have lost raids, they have lost actual in-game events, and they cope by making up these rumors and make up these claims, and then they say I'm this bad, I'm that bad, this, and that, and then they go off with their day. That's all these guys do. That's all they ever are going to do. Alec is a loser, Alec is bad, and I can compare this to a few things in real life too. Not in my personal life, but in America. Orange man bad, Alec man bad, and these guys, they always bring up feelings. Like, oh my god, you're hurting people, you're doing this, oh my god, you're cringy cults, and it's authoritarian, It's like, okay, shut up, dude. Nobody cares. Facts don't care about your feelings. The whole reason why we have a loyalty program, if you want to call it that, it's just people being loyal to a freaking group, to a community. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't matter what the atmosphere is. Because apparently if the game is pixelated, okay, you don't have to be loyal because it's pixelated, okay? Just because it's pixelated. But if you have loyalty in Arma 3, but loyalty in any other server, any other game, it's okay. But when it's in Roblox, oh my god, you've done everything wrong. It's the most retarded thing you could possibly come up with. And that being said, there is no actual basis. People are just being loyal because I don't want to get my group AA'd, I don't want to get betrayed. If anything, they're just undermining me. The reason why they do not like loyalty is because loyalty is what keeps everyone in my group together. It's what makes my group strive. It's the reason why we're active. It's the reason why we're successful. And if you take away that quality of loyalty, there is no such thing as unity. Because if nobody is binded together by their combined allegiance to the group, to the leadership and whatnot, then all of a sudden everyone's going to be fighting each other and causing issues and chaos. That's exactly what they want. The issue with that belief is now every group that hardcore opposes me will not have unity, because they will try as hard as they can to not have loyalty, to not have a quote-unquote cult, as they like to put it. Personally, I think it's professionalism. It's just people being professional, really. But professionalism in their eyes is cringe, because professionalism on a LEGO game, you know, not for children, it's all LARPy LARP. And it's like, okay, so if you're on Arma 3, you dress up and you literally sound like the characters in the game. Okay, that's not LARP. But if you go into a LEGO game, you go into Roblox, you go in game, and you make a speech about how you're going to beat the enemy in a very obviously in-game format, you know, then holy shit, you're LARPing. It makes no sense to me. And people, like, reenacting in real life arguably can be called LARPing, because live action roleplay is what LARPing stands for. Okay. If you look at the definition itself, it says that, like, live action roleplaying is like you're literally living, acting, and doing everything in real life, in real life, as that. You're dressing up in real life as the characters. You're speaking to the characters. Hell, you might even have a character sheet for your character that you're LARPing as. You might have props, literal props, like, I don't know, Nerf guns. You do Battle of the Bulge and Nerf guns? Like, I don't even know. Okay, I guess real life, but it's nobody dies. I don't really know, but if you really dive deep into their claims, it's BS. And this is the exact reason why I don't make these debunk videos anymore. It's the reason why I don't give any attention to anything. You know, because it's just BS. When you first hear these claims, it sounds a bit dangerous because there's so many people making this shit up. It's like, oh my god, 20 people believe this and say this, it must be true. And there's screenshots. There's even a video. And you hear that. And if you don't listen to my side, I can almost guarantee you're probably going 90% of the time, if you don't listen to my side, you're going to be brainwashed by them. And it's not because they're right. It's because the ironic thing is my enemies have the cult. If you are a Richter, and if you are friends with any of them, you are automatically blocked. I had a guy named State Troopa, and he changed his name to Turian, and his friends DM'd him saying, you can either leave the dynasty or we're all blocking you. This has happened on more than 3,000 occasions. People threaten members of my LEGO group for having a Resturian name, or they block them. They've yet to say that I have a cult, when their exact motives are cultish. And I mean, yeah, I banned Russians from my server, and Rhiners from my server, because, I mean, it's called Intel, right? But banning someone from a server because they might get messages from other people, or announcements, is different from blocking and banning someone because they have a certain name, a certain allegiance to someone on a game. I find that ridiculous. Very big difference. And they're not being, you know, banning is different from having everyone block them, everyone ignore them, everyone never talk to them again, from a closed-minded mindset. And I'm telling you guys, it's very similar to the Orange Man Bad mindset. Because I know a few of my enemies are quite revolutionary, or reactionary. And by that I mean they're very right-wing, they're very pro-Trump. And I think people just hate me so much that they go as far as they neglect their real-life political views for in-game views. They'll hate me so much that they will help people that they would probably choke in real life. It amazes me because they say that, you know, my cult is unified by the idea of loyalty, but yet their cult is unified by the ideas of hating me. And so, I mean, I rest my case. If you don't like me and you're watching this, at least one of the things that I've named is true. Acknowledge it. You're not going to acknowledge it in public in the comment section, sure, but it's true. And I mean, people that have been with me for a very long time, months, years, I mean, they already know this. They've already witnessed it, done it over with. So I guess the only audience is really directed towards is really the new generation. A lot of the new guys in Octavia are very new to this sort of thing. Like a lot of the guys changed their name to Stirring had a lot of friends that were very neutralistic. They didn't say anything about me. And the minute they change their name and everything, they go ham on them. And so, you know, obviously I can't announce this entire speech in one big text box in the video. Yeah, obviously, it's kind of hard to address this in the public. It's better just to upload a video. And I haven't done a commentary in a while. I wanted to do one because I've known in a while. It's kind of fun. I kind of like commentating on everything and just addressing things because it's like, instead of writing an entire book, you do it out in one video and everyone watches it and everyone knows. This is kind of weird because my usual commentations are over addressions. They're over things that I address or debunk or just random topics, but this is kind of a free-for-all. I kind of just went free-for-all here and just said, you know what, just talk, you know. It's me versus myself, just go for it. That's kind of how I am with most, even my speeches, they tend to be more natural. But, I mean, other than all of that, what else is there to address? What else is there to talk about? The Russians are acting like good sports. I'm really proud of them. Really proud of this genre so far. Anti-Richters are mad as usual, always trying to cope with the fact that they're going nowhere. They're going nowhere, and of course they're making more rap videos, they're making more propaganda videos. I mean, shit, Dr. Philip has like an entire, like, I counted like 30 videos of full-on anti-Richter propaganda. It's all for attention. All of it is just for attention. Some of these guys are actually mentally sick. I feel bad. They call me mentally sick, but in reality, it's like, holy shit, you wanna swat me? You wanna kill me in real life, really? I feel so bad for some of them, but I mean, that's the reality. It's a clown world. And I say that because they say all the shit they say about me is in reality on them. So, and I think it's just jealousy, I think it's just slander, and I think it's just people mad because bad. And that's how it's going to remain. So, I mean, that's all I can rest my case on in regards to any of these things. And, I don't know, should I just talk about haters and my group, or what else should I talk about? Well, Octavia is going quite well. Activity is going on every day. We have raids being won on each front. So, I mean, everything, to me, to everyone else that's in my group, is going quite well. Because I know the enemies of ours are like, oh yes, they have a coup. They lost, guys, they lost 6 of their entire officer corps. They are going down, they're going to die. They lost Vassile and Kong. It's like, Vassile and Kong joined my group about 2 months ago. He joined my group 2 months ago. Okay. Vassile becomes a major because Dante, and Kong becomes a colonel really fast because he acted very competent. Okay. Those two guys worked their way all the way up. Kong wasn't a big fan of the whole, whatchamacallit, he didn't like the professionalism that very much. He wanted to go around and admin abuse and just chill around and just say, what's up, my nibba? What's up, nibba? And just go full-on gangsta. Vassile had a real-life job, he had real-life stuff going on. Yeah, he did leave me without getting a discharge or anything. Okay? But he didn't leave and just say, oh yeah, Alexander is this really bad person, I hate him with my entire guts, and yeah, he needs to be destroyed. He kind of was just like, yeah, I had real life stuff going on. He kind of made an announcement that he thought I'd read an announcement at him, right at my general staff when I did it. And then he just goes back to real life. You know, 2 guys leave me, world goes mad. But, you know, frick, an entire group of mine that I'm at war with capitulates, nobody cares. So, from my point of view, and from everyone else's point of view, if you were in my group for a very long time, it's a field day. And I assume from the entity perspective, it's just all corporate propaganda. They don't have any primary concrete evidence. They just post the same shit, regurgitate it over and over again, and they take it in, and they continue on. And their entire mind is just destroyed because they don't have anything to maintain. They don't have activity they can just maintain every day. Their groups are dead. So all they can do is just do these covert operations where they go into our games and kill a few guys and log off. So they've accomplished nothing. In other words, they accomplished nothing. And then they're attacking me, blaming me. It's like, dude, maybe you worked on your own group, acted productive for once in a while, you could actually get stuff done. I can see why your group is dead. So, I'm not quite surprised in the first place. On the other hand, what am I to say? There's nothing else really to say. These guys definitely don't like me. I'm not going to get them to like me. What am I supposed to do? The only way these guys can like me is if I submitted to them. Because that's what they want in the end. They do not want negotiation. They do not want peace. They want pure and total submission. If they wanted peace, trust me, I don't know if I'd negotiate, but they would come to me and we'd figure things out. But none of these guys want to negotiate. None of these guys want to have peace. It's like 1984. They love the fact that they can despise me and hate me and make it look like that I'm the bad guy. Because they can use that to rally their men, get activity, get attention, and maintain, at least a little bit of attention and relevancy. It surrounds around me. And I'm not saying it for all groups. Like I said, the Russians are really good sports. All of this doesn't apply to them. But that is the reality of the situation. Is at the end of the day, they want to believe that I'm a loser in a basement that can't get a girlfriend, so I apparently prey on minors, and I have no life. And it's like, if these guys know so much about me, right, they stalk me, right, they would know my GPA, they would know my actual real life status. But where is that? Where are they posting my real life grades? Where are they posting any of the good stuff about me? Nowhere. All they post is negative stuff because they don't care about the facts. They just care about hating me, despising me, and putting it in their memories to make it look like that I'm this loser. In reality, that isn't the case. It's how it's been. It's how it's always going to be. So, they keep doing this because, I'll be honest, this just feels propaganda. Because I can take everything they say about me, because everyone in my group knows the truth about me. Okay, those have actually been with me for a very long time, know all the facts, they know all the logic. And so every time these guys make up shit and say shit, we know the truth. We know the actuality of situations. It just fuels them. It makes the other people look like idiots. That's not me being rude or mean, that's just the truth. So, another thing I want to mention is the reason why people that don't like me, the reason why they're never professional or serious is because if they were serious, they would lose. Because if they actually debated me, if they actually used facts and logic, I would win. That is the exact reason why all of my enemies resort to shitposting in a VC or shitposting in the comments. That is also why you did not see me upload a debate video. There was a guy, this Chinese guy did debate me, but he didn't really want a VC. He actually said he did a VC with someone else, and I'm like, okay, VC with him, why not VC with me? And he's like, well, I don't want to speak to you. I'm like, okay. But he went on and on and on and on and on. Until finally he's like, you know what? You're right. You didn't use Hitbox Expander. Maybe you didn't. But, I think there were other raids that you did. And maybe you gave it to your members or something. I'm like, okay, dude. But that's one person out of the thousands of people that hate me. Like, if I'm so hated, where are all of these haters? And as far as I know, all of these haters, they don't want... The reason why they're afraid of me recording, actually, is because they're going to get exposed. If they're so right, and so truthful, and so for justice and whatnot, why don't they record? Why don't they let me record so they can expose me to my own YouTube channel? And it's because, once again, they don't have actual facts or logic. It's the same exact regurgitate bullshit. So for those who are new to everything, don't worry about it. You are literally in the center of non-toxicity of anything. I don't condone doxing. I don't condone anything related to toxicity. And if any of my members participate or resort to any of it, they get removed. And I can promise that. Okay? I've exposed scammers. I've exposed pedophiles. You can check my YouTube for proof. Okay? I honestly think that my group and the Russians are the bastion of non-toxic World War II groups. Okay? And you can deny it all you want. Oh no, you're the epitome. You are the cultist, brainwashing, bad Richter man. And okay, whatever. I guess somehow I am, despite there being no evidence. It's okay. In reality, what they don't like is the loyalty. Okay, calling a cult, you're just mad because of the whole loyalty thing. Okay, you know what it really is? These are the same assholes that join a group and want a free rank, and when they don't get a free rank, they get pissed off and leave. Okay. These are the same assholes that join Octavia, and they're like, okay, I want to get free rank, I want to get power, I want to get my power, I want to get my higher rank, and I want to do all my power things, and then leave when I get bored and join someone else. It's like, dude, that's the real reason why they don't like loyalty, because it benefits my group. It benefits my group, and it doesn't benefit those that join and leave the next day. It doesn't benefit opportunists, so to speak. That is why they despise it so much, too. So, and I go on and on about this. I could go on for hours about this topic. Truth is, I don't need to. Okay? I don't need to constantly make videos and address it over and over and over again because it gets repetitive. It becomes silly and it becomes literally an opportunity for them to get attention, because the more they get attention, which is why I'm not naming any of these guys, but the more they get attention, the more encouraged they are to do all of this, because they, like I said, they don't care about the actual logic or taking me down. As long as they benefit, at the end of the day, it's all about them benefiting. Because I am the epitome of positivity and the bastion of good. You know, I'm the Christian crusader. You know, shout out to Jesus Christ. Christ is king. But they do not like that. They do not like the fact that all this goodness is coming to the genre. They hate the fact that, don't get me wrong, my in-game intentions are like world domination, European domination, right? But at the end of the day, I'm not this big bad loser. At the end of the day, I do have good intentions. But anyways, this the big bad guy. But it's just so laughable. When you see from my point of view, from our point of view, it's a field day. Every time you talk to these guys, it's a field day. And then, I don't know what those who do not like me, or how their point of view is. But it's the reason why I honestly think that their point of view is just them hating me because they don't like me. They don't have anything logical. They hate me so much because I'm right about all these things. And they hate me more every time I'm right about it. And they base it all off of that. They base it all off of these copes. I'm the big bad predator. They go off of that. If you are some kind of guy that despises me and hates me, and let's just say for some reason you want to get out of the situation, but you don't want to submit to me, you don't want to admit that you're wrong, and it's like, just snap out of it, dude. Every time a guy in a server posts slandering bullshit about me, just fact check it. Just go to this, one of those like rigged fact checker things like Snopes and whatnot about the rigged election. You just got to go to them and just fact check the hell out of them. Just be like, okay, dude, I want to speak to the person, the supposed victim of the crime you're accusing Alec of, And they'll go speechless. Just ask them. Okay, so Lunar Richter, okay, give me Lunar Richter's Discord, and they'll be like, Richter bad. It's like, they got nothing. Okay. And anyone can debate me on any of these topics. Okay, I'll win. When it comes to Albert Hilarium, Unironic Pedo, General John, Ironic Pedo, they don't want to discuss it. Like, when you DM them and they just go ape shit. They just go ape shit. They start banging the keyboard. They're fuming from the mouth, saying, "Get out of my DMs. You can't believe this. You can't. You absolutely can't." And it's like, okay, listen, I'm just a guy that does podcasts and we're two groups. I want to hear your point of view, and they just block you. It's like, okay, well, I don't get to hear his point of view because he must be in the wrong. And then you go to John, and it's like, oh, don't even get me started on John. Don't even get me started. The fact that people are going to me, they're trying to slander me, and then John is just in the corner. He's just continuing his little circle jerk of bringing in more and more minors, and he's being exposed, and nobody cares about that. But when it's Alexander, the guy that was 16 years old when the United States came out, it's the biggest thing in the world. It's like, shit, dude. You've really messed up at that point. When you're more obsessed about destroying my reputation because you don't like me, rather than exposing an actual pedophile. Actual pedophiles, rather. There's multiple. Laughable. It's clown world comedy. So there's nothing to fear. Only thing you should be afraid of is people actually being afraid of these guys. That's the only thing I'm afraid of. People actually taking these guys seriously. Okay. Anyone that's okay. I'll literally quit this platform if my own group becomes afraid of these guys, because they're not scary. Not scary at all. So that's my TED Talk, everyone. A little TED Talk about everything, ins and outs, and just me being open. I've been, like I said, I've been on the back door. I've been the bureaucratic, the Robloxian bureaucrat, doing my Lego work, and handling all this stuff, and doing real life. I just never had the time to have a heart-to-heart conversation with my audience, and this commentary of some sort. And here I am. Here I am giving this commentary as I expected to, and what else is there to say? I think it really tops it all. You know, it really tops it all. And I know I have a lot of supporters out there, but those who do support me, you have to be loud, and you have to be louder than the opposition. Because the opposition, the reason why they're succeeding in this controversy war is because nobody's speaking up. The Russians spoke up. They said, this is slander, this is bullshit. You want to have a normal War II community, you guys are done for. If groups started doing that, if they started putting an end to toxicity, if people that were so-called neutral bystanders stood up and said, hey, I'm not loyal to Richter, and I'm not loyal to you guys, but at least say truthful shit, okay? The comment sections, you know, comment in the comment sections and counter all the fake bullshit. And then you won't see this controversy. But when people start pussying out and being afraid for their own rep, well, that's when you've lost. It's when you're afraid. You have to take the high ground and the offensive ground and just, you know, defend what's right. So, you know, here's a heart-to-heart message from myself, and what else is there to say? You know, honestly, there isn't really much else to say. From my point of view, things are going great. I think I'm innocent on every claim, you know, and that's just how it is. It's how it's going to remain. Honestly, if any of you guys are really concerned, if you seriously are concerned that I'm this big bad guy, holy shit, report to the FBI, please, okay? If I could speak to them, okay, and discuss with them about all the slander and all these accusations, I'd love to. I'd love to. So contact them and report me if you're that concerned. Because at this point, going around the internet and making out bullshit clearly shows that you want to remove me as a vermin. You know, that I'm this horrible person. You have so much proof, and you're so confident that I am this bad person, then report me. Then do something actually contributing to removing me. But as far as I'm concerned, most of the guys pulling this shit, they just want attention. They don't actually care if I'm bad or not. They just don't like me. They're just jealous of me. Yeah, I admit it. Laugh it up. Just jealousy. All of them. It's so funny. You're jealous of Lego power. Like, really? You're gonna be jealous of just some Lego power? Just some little Lego army? Like, come on now. I'm just making these projects. These are like school projects. I'm looking at these projects like they're art to me. And people are going around trying to send Scientology books. Oh, man. It's quite laughable. And so, at this point, this is the peak. This is the actual peak of everything. I rest my case of that. Have a great night, great day, everyone. Have a happy Thanksgiving. And, like I said, off in the DMs, contact me on Discord, I'm going to talk, and just keep it lighthearted, keep it relevant, and that's really it. So, have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. I'll try doing these more often. These are a little more fun. I should probably have a topic organized, because this is a bit just out of the blue, you know? Random-ass topics just being thrown out there. I just have it for this one. It's more of just discussing opposition. I'll have a name, a title, and all that later, but I'll probably have a more organized commentary for things. Depends on the feedback. If you guys actually like these, I mean, I don't mind doing them. It depends on the results, you know. It doesn't matter what you guys want. You know, I post one of these and everyone's suddenly comfortable with me, you know. So, all right, I'll let everyone go. So have a good night.